EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Go.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Warren will try the right side. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. It was just 3rd down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
And that's just the 3rd play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3 and out. They did. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. You look at this Baltimore defense. And right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Fields. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Harris running straight ahead. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Here we go.
Fields now to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
To throw is Fields. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Don't jump. Ready? Go.
Now it's Fields. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Boswell's kick is good, and the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one, so now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore. Jackson now. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
13.
Throwing is Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. Deep to return is Scotty Miller. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Here we go, son.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. When you look at this defense, they come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Now Fields. Will be incomplete.
They're obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner, and that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
The Ravens at 9-5 now on the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. The connection here with Nelson Agholor. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. It's caught by Agholor. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
On one, ready? Turn on, what?
Here's Jackson. That pass is caught by Hardy. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
This 2nd and 4. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive.
Flowers going to go in motion right.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, it's a run with Ali. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Go.
Mitchell. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Patrick Ricard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with a smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
A handoff for Warren. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he will have a Steelers first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Here we go.
Here's Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Go.
On the give, this is Harris. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
Here we go. You good?
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Fields. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
2nd and 10.
Hey, 10. Here we go.
They hand this off to Harris, and he is going to lose yardage here. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Don't jump. Ready?
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will tie things up at 6-6. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. Now it's Jackson. Completes it to Aguilar. That one a first down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
In motion, Aguilar. Now Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Jackson. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
To throw again on second down. Fields, a short one there to Freiermuth. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Steelers first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on third and a yard. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Jackson to throw. It's caught. Mitchell. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That's another one complete to Mitchell. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go, son.
Out of the gun, Fields. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson.
They're looking deep here for Flowers.
And he's got it inside the 10. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Report!
They'll try it with Ali. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That's an excellent stop right there here in this tie game. They're doing their best to hold the fort and at least force a field goal attempt.
A handoff from Mitchell running left. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Mitchell again. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 7 overall.
And the Ravens have broken the tie. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make.
And now it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
To throw is Fields.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Now it's Fields. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
13.
Throwing is Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That was a really nice job there, stretching zone coverage by running that route deep enough before breaking it back towards the sideline and being open.
And a precise throw for the reception in the 1st. From the gun, it's Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
Jackson now.
That one into the hands of Flowers.
They have certainly looked his way in this third quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Final minute now of the third quarter.
In motion left, Bateman.
Now it's Jackson.
That pass is caught by Hardy.
That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They run over center with Mitchell.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. One quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth.
Second and 6 from the 10. Lamar going to give this to Ali.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're number 2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the best thing and throw the darn thing and try and get in the end zone?
Maybe that's wiser. This offense so far on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
On the handoff, Mitchell.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This to make it a 2-score game. Tucker's kick is good, and you can bump the lead up to 9. It's 15-6.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Got his man. It's Warren. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Fields. A short one there to Freiermuth. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Here we go, son.
Fields now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and a yard.
Here we go, son. Right.
Play action. It's Fields rolling to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. And the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. In motion, Aguilar. A give here to Mitchell. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
In motion, the tight end. On the ground is Mitchell. 78 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Cameron Hayward, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so they went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Here we go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Go.
Back to throw. Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. Oh, some strong running.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Forward.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They run. It's Mitchell.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now it's Mitchell.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13.
87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Here's 2nd and 7.
To throw is Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
And the Ravens are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Hey, Ozzie, sit up.
They'll run with Mitchell.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run with Mitchell. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to add the point after. And oh, can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
A truly all-around great effort against the pass today. First an interception, now getting to the quarterback for the first time in this contest. I think offensively, they just forgot to prepare for him or simply overlooked him in getting ready for this one. Either way, a big mistake, and he's making them pay for it.
His throw incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
Here we go.
They snap it to Fields. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Ravens, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.